Do you usually have the second agency work directly with the client, or will you have them as a subcontractor?
It depends. It really depends on what the partner usually wants. For the most part, for the sake of experience, we tend to manage the entire account from an account management perspective. But at the end of
Hmm.
the day, sometimes being that middle person just gets in the way of things, right? I hate white labeling services. I absolutely hate it. And for those of you who don't know what white labeling is, it's when you hire another company and they provide services, but they don't identify who they are. So you have to manage the entire account, right? I really dislike it because at the end of the day, if they mess up, it's my fault. If they have something to communicate, they have to communicate it to me, and then I have to communicate it. It's a mess. And so we say, hey, this is our strategic partner X, Y, and Z. They're going to help with this. We're still here for anything that you need in relation to this, but they're going to be in communication with you about X, Y, and Z moving forward.
Yeah, it's a very interesting trade-off, like how much control you need or want and when, and then how reliable. It's hard to find reliable partners because they have to be as good as you, right, to your clients. Sometimes it's better. It depends on how much control you have, what your promise to your clients, and sometimes it isn't. I'm always interested in what
Yeah.
agencies say. Do you actually have a mix then? Like some are under you and some are direct.
Some of them are under us, but mostly because they're freelancers as opposed to full businesses, and ultimately that just means that they don't have a full level of support for customer service and account management engagement and so on and so forth. Right? They're not willing to manage a specific system. They don't have the amount of time because you're hiring them to do a job or a series of jobs. So those people work underneath us as an employee would, but as a contractor instead. Right? But typically speaking, when we work with another agency, we go through a vetting process to make sure that they are delivering as much as they can. And most importantly, I think the thing to focus on when you're building something like this, if this is a strategy of yours, is to make sure that they're not doing your quality of work but surpassing it, right? We do plenty of SEO work, but we have found recently an agency that we really like that we were able to figure out something together with, financially speaking, where they're significantly better at SEO than us. And so why wouldn't we want to bring them into that, right? And so we test their customer service process, we ask them what they do, we look at their systems, and if they can provide a better service, fantastic. And then we work out a deal where we continue to bill the customer within one bill. So they see one bill and they're really excited about that because they only have to pay one thing. And yet they get to work with an agency that's even better than what we do. And we're forefront about that. Hey, we work with the strategic partner because they're better at this than we are. And we'll continue to work together and be in on this, but we're bringing experts to the table to make sure that you get what you need.